Welcome back, and thanks so much for joining us on this Monday afternoon. For today, I wanted to talk a little bit about something I haven't brought out since about winter time. In fact, if you look right behind me, we're talking about total snow cover. This doesn't look as impressive as when we last saw this graphic around winter time. In fact, a lot of Colorado was covered in lots of snow, but currently all this purple and white that you see is just the leftover snow on the mountaintops. Now, why am I talking about this right now? Well, there's a reason, because our temperatures are going to get pretty warm this week, and we need to do some melting math along with it. Normally around this time of year, on average, we see about 85 degrees. I went back into the record books, and that's our average for this time of year. However, even though we were a little bit under that as of a few weeks ago, we're actually going to be over that mark this week. And usually when we have above average temperatures, that means we have accelerated melting, and that means us as meteorologists start to look at the river levels, because there actually could be a little raise in the river levels, and that could mean we're not entirely quite sure yet, depending on the melting, if that's actually going to cause some flooding. So I wanted to make you aware of this, because all the warmer temperatures do have an effect besides just being hotter or turning on your air conditioning, and we're going to keep an active watch over this over the coming days. In fact, the National Weather Service has issued a hazardous weather outlook. All of us meteorologists are going to be looking at it, so stick with KREX 5 throughout the week, and we'll have more information as that snow pack starts to melt. As for right now, though, just looking at some partly cloudy conditions on our America's Mattress Live tower camera, the clouds have actually started to build because we actually have a little bit of atmospheric energy, all because our temperatures have actually started to warm up. In fact, we're currently into the 80s right now. 81 in Grand Junction, 81 in Delta, and we're still holding on to the 70s right now into Montrose at 76 degrees at the moment. But with heating usually actually comes a lot of thunderstorms, and we have a few to talk about on the map right now on our radar and satellite. You can see just in between Montrose as well as up into Gunnison, going up into the high country at the moment, we're looking at some active thunderstorms, not really producing very much as far as hail or possibly gusty winds, but as the day goes on, we could get more energy into those storms, and that could mean a little more of severe storms, especially if you're traveling out to the east of Colorado. The reason is because we started to change a little bit with our high and low pressure systems. We're currently under a high pressure system right over Colorado. That ushered in all of those warmer temperatures. However, we do have a low pressure system starting to form around Mexico and California, and that's going to be moving its way over, and as it is, it's actually going to help provide a little bit of energy into the atmosphere, and we're actually going to see even more chances of some thunderstorms, mostly for the higher elevations, but I can't rule out a very slight chance as well for the lower elevations, especially for Montrose. So here's a look at what's going to happen today on your Futurecast. We'll start building those clouds even more, but then around 3 p.m. we should see a little lighter bit of clouds, but we also have these green areas, and that is some more chances of some thunderstorms for the higher elevations. And then through this evening, we'll have the clouds start to clear up again. However, we'll continue with those chances of thunderstorms all the way through the overnight hours. And this isn't the only time we're going to see a small chance of some thunderstorms. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 82 for today. We'll have a 10% chance today for the lower elevations, much higher if you lived up in any of our mountain communities. We'll see a little more of an increased chance in the middle of the week, but temperatures will stick around into the 80s, almost 90s by Friday. Montrose, high of 79 for today, and little chances of thunderstorms.